It seems everywhere we look, we see war, disease, terror, and death. We see oppression, division, and violence. We see pain. Yet there is something else that is also happening all around us. "95% of us believe in a power greater than ourselves. We believe that we can, through our faith, make a difference in the world. People everywhere want to believe in the fundamental power of good and the possibility for change. Beyond our differences, there is a common hope that binds us together, a profound sense that what we share is sacred. We are a people of faith."
Most of us think we're human beings having a spiritual experience, when actually it's probably more accurate that we're spiritual beings having a human experience.
Spirituality comes from the depth of the heart to relate to God the Creator, and everyone do it in his own way.
That's how I define spiritual experience, to enter a domain of awareness where you recognize your universality.
The human being is created in the image of the divine being, which makes a human being, every human being, not just important, but someone of infinite worth.
When we see God in all, then we are only then beginning to see God.
Religion is the quest for a transcendent vision that enables us to make sense of our world and our relationship to other people. A quest for meaning and a desire to become fully human.
Religion is a powerful force for good. The emphasis upon the family, commitment to marriage, a commitment to ethical framework for life, commitment to children, commitment to social order, to peace and stability.
The values of justice, the values of charity, the values of protection of the poor, the values of creating social safety nets. These are religious values.
Human beings are moral beings, and religion tries to encourage its adherents to seek to do the good and to avoid the bad, the evil. Religion is the primary fundamental relationship between a creature and its creator.
If God relates to us and has created us in all our diversity, then obviously there are unlimited ways of relating to God. You can never understand the totality of the divine because we're not God. And therefore any religion is only a partial glimpse into that eternal truth. And none of us can have more than a partial glimpse.
Spirituality is a seed And then religion, they're just the different flowers that bloom where you plant that seed. So if you plant the seed in this society, it'll bloom this way, this way. You plant the seed here, it'll bloom differently. But there is a common seed.
As bees take honey from different flowers, similarly wise man takes essence of goodness from each and every religion.
We have a common humanity. We belong to different nations, we belong to different ethnic groups, and the religions also are different, but basically we are all human, we have the same needs, we have the same aspirations, and we're faced with the same problems.
So we have to go beyond the conventional approach to religion to get to the roots of these religions. We all share the one and only thing, which is peace and stability for all human beings, and free will for all humankind.
If you look just the differences, forget what is purpose. There are big differences. But if you look, what is the purpose of these traditions? No matter how many differences, all carry the message of importance of love, compassion, forgiveness, tolerance. These are fundamental value of human being. It becomes very clear. All these different philosophies simply different way of approach, but same goal or same message: to create better human being.
Throughout history, people have harmed, oppressed, and even exterminated others in the name of God. How is it that religion can be used to justify such violence?
There's an expression that God gave humans the truth, and then the devil said, let's organize it, we'll call it religion.
It is not the religion that has caused problems. It is the practitioners of religion that has caused problems.
Many people say that religion is a source of conflict and people fight in the name of religion. I would not say religion itself is a source of conflict. It is again the human beings who are the really source of conflict.
It really angers me because of the fact that this has nothing to do with faith. It is like misusing the great motivating force of religion. This is really the vested interest of some self-seeking individuals who are making life miserable.
There are always people in every religious system who don't want to be compassionate, and they would rather be right. That's a great temptation for religious people.
And anybody who doesn't agree with you, then they're outside. They're cast out into outer darkness, and you won't have anything to do with them, and you fight against them. And that's really not the way God created the world, I think. We are called to have a much broader view.
If you say God is love, for example, then you can't say, well, love is only from Israel, or love is only from France, or love, every being, there's love is all over the world. Love is everywhere. Love is the logos, it's in the atoms of the universe. So people who try to grab it and own it and say that nobody else has it are the problem here,
This quest for certainty is so dangerous. I know my doctrine is correct and that's my faith. No. Faith is standing in the mystery. Faith is being completely baffled by the mystery and yet still believing inside yourself that there's a universe working for good and that there's a purpose for your life and that you will find that purpose the more you surrender to that mystery, not to the certainty. That's faith.
There is a saying of a great Muslim mystic, Jamaluddin al-Rumi, who said,
I went to the church seeking God and I didn't find it. Then I went to synagogue and I did not find God either there. And then I went to the mosque and I did not find God in the mosque either. I came home and I found God in my heart.
Because the spiritual experience is so intoxicating, and because it's so meaningful, and because we all so yearn for it, if we don't have the direct experience ourselves, we look to authorities. I don't think Christ was a Christian, or that Buddha was a Buddhist. These are words that we created later. We took an experience, somebody else's experience, and we believed in it, and then we created dogma and ideology around it. You know, my God is better than your God. Then we go to war to defend it.
Because religion seeks to give meaning to our lives, it's bound up with all the components of our understanding of who we are, as individuals, as members of families, as communities, as nations, peoples, even as part of the whole cosmos. The sources of people's violent behavior are always some form of alienation. In some sense, that society looks down on you or even humiliates you. You often see religion being used to strengthen the sense of identity of those who feel that they're being attacked.
Most of the so-called fundamentalist movements, in religious terms, spring from this kind of fear of annihilation, a desire to assert